السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا افرغ علينا صبرا وتوفنا مسلمين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. As a quick reminder about the last week's discussion that we ended up with studying the last word, وَإِذَا الصُّحُفُ نُشِرَتْ, when the records are displayed. We talked one aspect of the records, and another aspect of the records is the records refer to our inner capacity. When the records are displayed, what does it mean? As far as we said, everything is concerned is okay. We discussed this last week. How about within ourselves? When do you think that our records, my record, will be displayed? Or let me give a clue to my expected answer. When my records can be displayed, are displayed, whatever is written in me are displayed. So I may display them fully, I may display them only 1%. What are my records? What are your records? What are your records? Every human being, it is very commonly used analysis. Every human being is equal to the universe. Am I equal to the universe? Am I? Really? Am I equal to the universe? Are you equal to the universe? It depends on what you understand from the universe. As everything is displayed in this creation, and you are equal to this creation as far as the qualities are concerned. So how about our qualities? Where are they? They are our records. We call them simply human potentialities. It is recorded there, and we are expected to display them here. How? Like a seed displays its records when it becomes into a tree. So how a human being can display his or her records and becomes a tree of the universe? It means quality-wise, not becoming obese, quality-wise, right? How can we do that? What is the way to do it? It's very simple. How can we grow into a universe which displays, in fact, the universe is the open book written by its creator, manifesting the creator's qualities. That's what we discussed last week. Now, what we see in the universe is all temporary, but what is constant, what is permanent in the universe?
The constant change.
No, the change, but yeah, that's correct. But what I am expecting is something secret in my mind. So find out the answer in my mind. What is constant in the universe? The qualities of its creator. They are constant in the universe. For example, the simple example is universe exists. In its existence, what quality manifests? The creatorship. Universe exists within an order. Which quality manifests? The orderer, the creator or the order. Yeah, the creators, the quality of creating everything within an order. It means orderly creator, right? The quality of the creator manifests in the record of the universe, but it is an open book. The universe is an open book. You can see the order. How about within me? Do I acknowledge the order? Do I practice the order in my life so that the potentiality in me which appreciates the order will be displayed as equal to the display of the order in the universe, but within my own capacity? It means physically I am a small universe, which encompasses the qualities of the creator in the universe, is included in my creation. That's why the scholars, it's very famous, that's why I refer to the scholars. Everybody almost says each human being is equal to the universe, quality-wise. Now, when we display our records, when we put them, when we realize them, when we put them into practice, and they become apparent in my life. Yeah. Now we will get ready for the following verse here. Let me put this one. Yeah. When the heavens are unveiled, and we will use the analogy of the ascension of the prophet into the heavens. That is, we will use it as an analogy. We are not talking about the nature of essence or something. We will use it as an analogy. So how do we really represent the qualities of the creator of the universe as manifesting through me as a human being, individual human being, as manifesting the qualities of the creator, equal qualities of the creator manifested within my own self. But I am a closed book. Universe is a closed, open, not closed, open book. You can go and see it and read it. But I am a closed book. That's why my records need to be displayed through my own choices, through my will. I have to unlock them by really realizing who my creator is, and every human quality, every human emotion, senses, every human sense is a detector to one quality of me. It means the creator. And I can use it as a means of acknowledging this quality, the source of this quality, or I can just ignore it. I'm free. In this sense, I'm free. I may not really develop into a universe, or simple example, more practical example, a seed may develop into a tree. I may develop into a tree as well as a seed. But my tree is the description of the two types of trees are used in the Qur'an. One is شجرة توبة. which represents paradise, which represents the obvious manifestations of the qualities of the Creator. How about Sajaratul Zakkum, which represents hell? It means everything is hidden there, covered up, imprisoned, not really flourished, blossomed. Yeah, that is the difference between paradise and hell. The description of the Quran is, it says, those people who see in this world what we think that we see, we are seeing. Are we seeing? Depends. You see the matter. Do you see the quality manifested in the matter? Now, assume that. I hope none of you is in this category, including me, inshallah. So assume that we don't see the qualities manifested in the things, objects, and just see that, what is this? Let's say it's a computer, it's a machine, not the qualities manifested in it. Now, what happens now? I am seeing in this world the material appearance of the book. It means the paper of the book, inks of, on the paper. I'm seeing them, but if I am not seeing the meaning in the description of the Quran, I am blind. So those people in the hell will complain that, look, you created us as seeing human beings. Now we are blind. Why? But you didn't see the meaning that they contained or they conveyed to you. You ignored the meaning, and the matter, the paper, disappeared. Only the meaning is left. And you don't see the meaning. You didn't develop your quality to see the meaning manifested in the creation, which refers to the qualities of its creator. You didn't read the meaning with your eyes. Your eyes were or had been trained to see the material outward form of the things. And outward form of the things are destroyed now. And for you, there is nothing left to see. That means blind.
Question. So you mentioned that we must unlock our potentiality.
Why?
I'm assuming the answer is because that would enable us to see. Metaphorically.
See the meaning of the creation.
So
what they refer to.
Right. So my question is, if I look at the universe or anything within the universe, let's take the sun as an example. So I'll see the sun shine on flower, and over time I'll see the flower, for example, blossom, and then I can see the meaning within that to say, okay, the sun does not have the will to do such a thing. So the sun does not have the will to do such a thing on its own. So I try to see the meaning behind it.
So because I look at the universe from my perspective, I have nothing to do with the sun. So I don't think about what the sun is doing. None of my business. I am responsible for my own business.
Right. So in that case, the action is happening before, and then we try to conclude the meaning from it. In this instance,
meaning means
qualities.
To it is the creator's quality.
Right. When it comes to myself as an individual, famous fruit.
That's different.
So when it comes to myself as an individual and unlocking my potentialities so that I can see, and as so I can see. So I need to take the action first before again I can get to see the qualities of the creator.
Yeah.
Does that? I just find it harder to unlock something without being fully convinced.
Yeah.
As to why.
Yeah, of course. We have to discover it.
Right.
Instead of the sun, it is far away.
Yeah.
I've got a
Perfect.
peach. So if you ask me, what is this? If I say it's a peach, which means nothing. It's just a name. It means nothing. It's a peach. Okay, it could have been, I don't know, plum or apricot. So what does it mean? So the physical eye sees the peach, right?
Right.
But human potentiality sees what?
The qualities manifested within the peach, which points to.
That's what humanity is all about. Otherwise, a bird also can see the peach, and if it is ripe, go look and eat it. So those people say it's a nice peach. It's not that nice looking, okay, but it's a nice peach, and I love it. And I ate it. I enjoyed it. It means the relationship between the peach and this person is like the relationship between the peach and the bird, not animal, not human being. What is expected of us? What is expected of us? Use our human qualities. That's so simple. The human qualities says, for example, that it exists. It is decorated. It is a certain shape, and it is embellished with several different colors so that really it's attractive. I want to eat it if I was not ashamed of eating it in front of everybody. So and also delicious. You taste it. And be careful one thing that we have to be very careful. We last week used a very important word. We can convey the message, we can share our experience only in approximation. Yeah. No one can ever draw the picture of or describe the taste of the peach, beauty of the peach, and what else? And the enjoyment that you got, and it means really you enjoy the taste. It's personal. You cannot describe it. So we can deduce the qualities of the creator for ourselves and point out that there are different qualities, but we cannot really share the same experience as other people. Everybody is unique. Everybody experiences the unique qualities manifested in the body of, or in the existence of the peach. So my belief is for me. Your belief is for you. Sheikh or whatever, imam or whatever you call them, the religious people, or the scholars' belief is for them. And by the way, the prophet's belief is for him. You have to take care of yourself.
I was just wanting to connect what we talked about last week with what we're talking about now, in the sense that it seems like this creates a certain foundation for how people should interact with one another. Because if recognizing the qualities of things within the universe is part of realizing our true humanity, noting that like we can't truly do that for other people, it would seem to me to imply that, or create kind of a general basis of obligating you to treat others with respect, because you need to treat others with respect, or maybe the word is kind of space or tolerance, to enable them to kind of realize their full potential, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So it's to for you to reach your full potential, others need to treat you with a certain level of respect and space, right? So that you can kind of explore your own purpose and your own potential. And similarly, it seems to imply you need to do that to others as well. But I'm just wondering if is that, am I reading too far into kind of what we described? Because we can't truly know others' purpose, so we have to kind of...
What you said is, for me, correct as far as judging other people is concerned, not as far as encouraging the people to use their humanity to find out the meanings contained in the existence of the speech. Because we keep saying, and it is really very important, you have to develop your own being yourself. No one can help you. You have to want it, you have to desire it, you have to question for it, you have to ask for it. Otherwise, you cannot say, first, my community believes, my religion requires me to believe in this and that. So since I follow this religion, I believe in it without being convinced. None of them is valid at all. And somebody else may have a very good reason for himself. You have to develop your own self. We summarize this in a sloganic language, which is, belief is individual. Now, as far as beliefs being individual is concerned, we have to take care of ourselves. It means very simple, mind yourself. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't really pay attention to the needs of other people. If they want, if they are open, yes. If they are open. How? Encourage them, only encourage them. Share your experience, but not exactly the same, with approximation. Look, for example, can you say that, how can you explain the existence of the taste of this fruit, shape of this fruit? How can you explain it? How can you, what can give the shape to this peach? What can give it to it? Nothing, nobody, nothing in the universe can give the taste to this peach exactly as it deserves to be. But the people speak about, it is written in the DNA. Who called it? And the DNA doesn't function by itself. It doesn't know how to function. So what it is, the order of the creation, not the cause of the creation. We have to understand this. The order of the creation is taken in this century as the cause of the creation. We have to bear in mind this, very important. Yeah. So we have to say that this is how the things are made. It doesn't mean that DNA creates the taste. No, the taste is created within a certain order. DNA is a part of its order. Because DNA is not a conscious being who is going to prefer and develop a certain ability to give taste to the peach. And another DNA will develop its certain qualities to give taste to an orange. Example. These are all examples. So we have to question the source of existence of everything rather than describe the order of the creation. We have to make the distinction. The present day science describes the order of the creation, doesn't explain the source of the existence of the creation. Do you understand? I think, yeah. So, as far as we are concerned, what we are expected to do, to uncover what is in us, records, and let them be apparent in our understanding, in our consciousness, in our actions. Now, in this way, we have to be compatible quality-wise with what we see in the universe. So the eyes see the outward form, the material existence of it, but human quality sees the qualities of the peach, right? So qualities of the peach are equal to the qualities of the universe. We have to understand this as well. This peach is equal to the universe. Universe says, I have a maker. This one says, I have a maker. Peach says, I have a maker. Universe says, my maker gave me the form. Peach says, my maker gave me the form. He is the form giver. My maker made me beautiful in a certain way. The universe says, Peach says the same. Human beings say the same in their existence, in their bodily existence, in their quality, but we are expected to use our human quality to display them, to make it clear for us. So if my eye seizes the page but doesn't see the mercy in its existence, doesn't see the compassion in its existence, doesn't see the purpose in its existence, when I am stripped of my body. Now, you can look at this, eat it, taste it, have an experience, and the peach disappears. And what remains in you? The qualities you experience. Death of human being is the same. I'm going to be taken away from my body, and my physical side is going to be taken away. Only my qualities, what is recorded in me, which is named as the soul, human soul. Human soul is left with the qualities that he experienced in the existence of the peach. Now they will be equal. Now, if the human soul has never acknowledged the mercy in the creation of the peach, human soul will never acknowledge the mercy in his being. Do you understand? That is hell. Deprived of the mercy, deprived of compassion, deprived of purposeful existence, meaningful existence, because I have not trained my potentialities to acknowledge what they had within themselves. That's why Qur'an says they will be blind in the hereafter, in the next creation. Because in the next creation, the soul will be trained, the soul which was trained in this life will be given the right tool to experience what he had learned. So if I have not learned something to do with my soul, which is my records, I'm not going to be given the tool for it. That is called deprivation. I will be deprived of all the physical tools that I can see mercy, I can see compassion, I can see purpose, I can see meaning. So the Quran says they will be blind. Not because my eyeballs will be taken out of my body. I'm already dead, and my body and my eyeballs already got decayed. There's no need to make me blind. Can you make a dead body blind? Do you understand? The metaphor in the Quran is very real, very beautiful. So we have to get ready, really, to be able to see to make our souls be able to see the qualities ingrained in its existence. It means contained in my soul, in my human side. If I develop this, it means if I display my records, I will be ready for paradise as much as I displayed. If I have not, I will be ready for the hell. It means the tree of Zakum. It means no pleasure at all, no meaningful. It's horrible. Can you imagine that you cannot taste, you cannot see, you cannot smell, you cannot touch, you cannot think? That's all. Total. But if a person is like that, but you feel that you are deprived of certain qualities that you want to experience, but you have no tool to experience. For example, in this world, a person may be created or something happens and created blind. He knows that he has to see, but he cannot see because he doesn't have the right tools. Now, the new creation in the hereafter means, resurrection means, giving the right tools appropriate to the quality of the soul. Now, as we are given the qualities to the soul, to our soul, appropriate to live in this world. We see, we hear, we think, we reflect, and we get enjoyment, we get excitement, we cry, we laugh. Now, in this world, because we are given the right tools to communicate with the universe, but with one condition: if we use our free will to develop our human qualities by using these tools, for example, looking at the page, thinking, what is the meaning it included in the existence of the page? But if I use this quality, then my soul will become acquainted with the qualities manifested in them. It means it is trained. That's what Qur'an calls the life on earth is a training. They translate it as test. But test is training. Test is not not like the one teacher gives a test to the students whether they have studied or prepared themselves or not. No, God doesn't need that. That's obvious. Test means really opportunity to learn. Opportunity to learn. Every test is beautiful. Right. I think you wanted to say something? Okay.
In principle, the same way that we say that the Qur'an only responds or becomes a living speech for you when you're asking questions or when your consciousness is active with asking questions. So the same way that the universe is an open book, this only applies, like the conversation of how objects can be vehicles that give qualities is only true if we are also asking questions. And then looking for really our maker, why we're here momentarily, right? It's like if I'm not conscious or asking questions, then the speech isn't really delivering anything to me other than physical, like a temporary physical experience. So unless I'm saying I'm asking, the prerequisite for the speech, for the peach to be speech for me or a word or dynamic language for me means I must be consciously asking the question of who my Rabb or Lord is.
Why is it there? How come it exists? Yeah, which kind of qualities are included in its existence? Because every human being can deduce the qualities manifested in the existence of the thing. we are given the ability or the potentiality. So we need to train them, we need to educate them, and it develops so that we will be ready, the soul will be ready to get a new body. With this new body, given body, the soul will be operated, will operate. So the new body, for example, if you study something and understand something, yeah, better than the ones who have not studied the same subject, what you do now, as soon as you see the object, you can deduce your previous conclusions immediately, and you can understand it. You can benefit from your previous education, previous training. We can do that. If I have not educated myself, my soul cannot benefit from the qualities manifested in the object that I am expected to get some meanings out of it. Now, I think so far, the previous verse we said, this one, when the records are displayed, now I have to display my records as much as I can, and my reality will be with the displayed quality. My reality. Not that I am a human being, but if I, for example, if I have never used my potentialities, which is very impossible, everybody uses somehow, but of course, as much as I use, but extreme examples to make it clear. If I have never used my human qualities, what I can display? Only my body. When I die, my body decays. Finished. I'm finished. My soul is left with what? Nothing. No quality. Example. Now, if somebody, another extreme example, if somebody uses his quality fully, that an example, it is also impossible. So when he dies, what happens? This body is taken away. But what he is left with, the soul itself. But the soul has developed its qualities, so God, the Creator, says, okay, I am going to give you a body according to the level of the developed soul. So this soul will use this body as a means of communicating with the new type of creation. Now, new type of creation is not transient. This type of creation is transient. But the new type of creation shouldn't be transient. If it was going to be transient, there is no need to die. It would be a waste of creation, or a waste of action, if it was going to be the same. So that's why the Revelation says it will be a new creation, new type of creation. And in this new type of creation, everybody will be treated according to the development or improvement the person has made as far as the spirit is concerned. As far as the body is concerned, body is left here and destroyed, got rotten. Right? Is it clear? Is my mind clear? So I can communicate with you clearly. So get ready by displaying your records. We have to do that by displaying our records.
So just what you said right now, get ready by displaying your records. So this is applying to me right now. So obviously I utilize myself and the universe to work out okay, so I'm supposed to be utilizing myself to get meaning from the universe. It's like a two-way communication.
Yeah, communicate, yeah.
And So how am I supposed to, so whatever meaning I get from this two-way communication between my human qualities and the qualities manifested in the universe, that meaning would be the record that will be displayed for me, as in what I'm making sense, like the connection I'm making with that two-way communication and the meaning I get. So that is really the record being displayed. I'm just
displayed here,
right?
Because of course we said we don't really read the Quran in a traditional way, mostly when the records are displayed. I keep saying this, not to reject what they do, the other scholars do, but they say after the doomsday or destroy of this universe, and we will be gathered in front of God, and every record will be, whatever we have done here will be presented to us, and we will be responsible or taken into account for what we have written in our records. It means what we have done in this world. We don't understand the Quran for this class in this way. The purpose of this class is reading the Quran here and now. Now, what am I supposed to do with this world? So when I display my records, how can I display my records? Only developing, as you said, my own human qualities through using the material objects, the creation, and my material means. It means my brain, my eyes, my taste, my feelings, communicate with the universe, and if you like, be in harmony, be compatible with the qualities manifested in the universe and the qualities manifested in my being, and make it equal. That is what the records are displayed means for us for this class. It doesn't exclude what the other scholars said. It's another. So for those people who cannot make the Quran or read the Quran here and now, they have to go back to the hereafter.
And so when the records are displayed in such a way, like just we described, the communication between the universe and yourself, the meaning you derive is really for yourself, like the meaning you extract in terms of the purpose of your existence, right?
Purpose of our existence. That's why we are given these qualities, like a seed. Why do you think a seed is given all the qualities of the tree, written and registered in its existence? Because it is expected to grow into a tree, and it does. Yeah, when the earth or the other material means are prepared for it, it grows. It is valid for myself as well. So when I really put my or cultivate my human qualities within a certain communication with the rest of the universe, what happens? The rest of the universe means the order. What happens? I start developing my human qualities. I become aware of the qualities manifested within myself and manifested in the universe. So the universe becomes for me a laboratory where I train myself, experience what is in me. For example, if I have not taken the class for the lab class, I don't know what to do at all. If they take me to the lab, what do? What am I going to do with this? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, I have to learn, I have to train so that I can use the lab properly. So I have to work on it. I have to train. When you said another person said that we have to question, we have to look for, we have to educate our human qualities so that we can get ready for a new lab, how to know and learn what to do there. So new laboratory is the new type of creation. In the new type of creation, the human beings will be able to experience what? Permanent manifestation of the Creator, with manifestation of the qualities of the Creator with no veil, like here. You see that the tree is growing by itself. In the new creation, what we see? The Creator's act of creation obviously manifests there. There is no way to think that, who's making it? It's obvious that as if you hear a music. Yeah, a music. And you enjoy it. But it is recorded. Right? It is recorded. They say the singer is Martin, right? Not Justin. so Martin. The singer is Martin. Okay. How do you know? They say you heard, yeah. But when Martin comes and sings in front of you, do you have any doubt that the song is recited by Martin? He's doing it in front of you. So the new creation will be like this. There is no way to doubt. There is no way to, even there is no need to investigate who is making it. The Creator's qualities will manifest directly, and the soul, if it is trained, educated, qualified, will see the manifestation directly. That's what the Qur'an says. It's very interesting. Qur'an says every human being will see his Lord with bright face. This is Martin who is singing in front of me. This is the Creator who is manifesting his qualities in front of my eyes. The Quran says the faces will be bright, shining, and looking at their Lord clearly, with nothing, hidden from them. This is true only for those people who have got ready, trained his soul. That's why displaying the records that are included in our human side, them becoming aware of their quality is very important. It means it needs reflection, but the reflection starts with, as Sarah said, questioning. If you don't question, if you eat the peach like a bird eats, bird doesn't question, it likes it, and instinctively it eats it. So then your human quality is not developed, and you won't be able to face the manifestation or to see the manifestation of the Creator.
So in the interest of questioning, my question is why create this opportunity to learn in the first place? Why not create our souls in such a way that they are already able to kind of appreciate?
I understand that you asked this question with a brave manner without noticing that I just shut the people up who are asking this question from Creator's perspective. But look at the language. I'll be kind to you. Look at the language. Why create a soul? Yeah, how do you know that it was created? What's your reason?
Why do I believe that one was created?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
So you have to look at yourself. You have to question your own qualities presently in your being. Yes? And then come to the conclusion that I am made in this way. But you have to go through this stage. You don't come from the creator's side. You come, since I am made in this in this way, ask the question to yourself, what can be the reason that I am created with these qualities? Why did he create me in this way? That's what he created you to ask these questions from your perspective. So you ask yourself, and I ask myself, it is a very common disease. I'm not blaming anybody here. No, everybody speaks from God's perspective. Why did God do that? Who's God? So without reflecting on your own created qualities, you cannot conclude that God created in this way. When you reflect on your own creation, on your own being, then you conclude that I am made in this way. And then you ask the question yourself. You cannot ask God, hey, God, hey, so on the roof or somewhere. Yeah. So why did you make me in this way? You ask yourself, why do I think that I am made in this way? You never ask question to God, because it is not the way of human reasoning. But of course, the religiosity is in our veins. We love to speak from God's perspective. We love to say that God said so. God made it in this way. This is a very common disease, but I call it disease in this class, yeah? Not in another place. So in this class, this is a disease. It doesn't work in this class. What you have to do, do you think you can think? Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah, you can. I mean, so you can speak, you can think. Okay, you ask your question. What am I going to do with this? Why do I think? Do I think? Be careful with the language. Why do I think? Do I think that I have the ability to think? Then I am giving the tool. Now, let's say, okay, this tool, this is a tool, whatever it is. So rather than saying, let us set the page. So rather than saying, why the creator of the page has created it, it's an invalid, stupid question. I'm sorry, I'm not referring to your question. So it's it is a meaningless question. You are seeing the page. You are able to acknowledge that it is made, it is created. You are able to question who the creator can be. So think about it within your own capacity. Why do you jump to the creator? So the creator will say, okay, look at the peach, man. Now, you will discover why I created it when you investigate the creation of the peach. That's why I created the peach, for you to investigate why I made it. So find out yourself. Don't ask me, because I have already presented the case to you. Do you understand? Yeah. But this logic is not very common at all. We keep saying that, why do you think Allah created the peach? To thank him. So, of course, in order to be able to say that, I have a longer beard. Yeah. I should have a longer beard, yeah? So, that with short, it doesn't work. So, this doesn't work. It doesn't bring you, this way of reasoning doesn't bring you anywhere, doesn't educate you. But what it does, it makes you more and more imitative follower of a certain culture. It's not belief. It's not belief. It is not conviction. It is not certainty. Culture. Narrating the culture. It is very common. So we are trying to get rid of this. If you like, our own, what is the word? The culture is like a cocoon. We cannot go out of it. But we are trying to really pick some places and get out of the culture and question, why do I think that the peach has been created? What? And in its creation, I will see the reason by myself. Like this one, a book, right? Let's say there's a book. Okay, I have a book, but I don't know. Okay. I have been reading a book which is very discouraging. So there's a book here. There's no need to show the name. All right? No, it is not an advertisement. So there's a book here. What is this? This is a book. Look at the reason. Why why the author of this book has written it? The author says, don't be silly, man. Go and read it and you will understand why I have written it. Don't ask me. Without reading the book, even if I explain to you, it wouldn't make sense to you. You will just say that the author said that. Here, he has written the book for this. How about the book itself? The book itself becomes redundant, meaningless. Do you understand the question? How irrational the question is? Now, the author will say, okay, when you read it, you will understand why I have written it. To convey which kind of message to you, you will understand it. So don't ask me. Ask the question, be careful. Everybody be careful. To the book. Why are you written? Look at the book. Read the book, you will understand. Why are you created, man? Ask the peach. Don't ask the maker of the peach. The maker of the peach will say, don't be silly. Do you think I have created the peach for nothing? For you, just to discover why I have made it. So read the book, peach. Do you understand this? This is a very, very simple but general disease, epidemic in the believer's world. I think you wanted to ask something. You are.
Firstly, I apologize I didn't know there was a session. But
So not late. You are 8 years late. This course has been going on for 8 years. Not only for today, don't worry about it.
So I understand we are going through Surah At-Tawkir, which means the overthrowing, and we are talking about the signs of the coming of the day of judgment, basically the apocalypse, right?
Sorry, sir, coming off what?
Judgment day.
Judgment day, what do you mean by judgment?
In the surah is talking about judgment.
How do you know?
The signs of.
I don't see it. The judgment day is now.
Okay.
But
can we go to the previous slide?
Of course. No, excuse me. No. That you are bringing the baggage. In this class, baggages don't speak. You are bringing the baggage from previous cultures. How do you know that it is talking about the Judgment Day? And what is Judgment Day, by the way? Yeah. So this class, you have to attend at least 2, 3, 4 years, and then you will train your mind in a new way of understanding the Quran. You will be really satisfied and happy. It's not a 40 minutes job. I'm not accusing you. I'm telling you that this class's paradigm is completely different from what you are used to. So you are bringing the cultures which themselves need to be proved. Judgment Day, what do you mean by it?
Can I ask a different question instead?
No, because you have to, after 2 years, then you can ask. Coming to this class. I'm joking. No, there are people here who have been here. Ask them. Ask them. They will say, no, be patient, brother. No, so don't jump. Any concept you bring will be brought from culture and under the title of religion, which doesn't work here. Culture is culture. Belief is certainty in one's own investigation. So we are doing investigation here. Culture is external. This is out of the class. But
Putting a case study instead. And
sorry?
can I bring in a case study and ask a question about it instead?
Yeah, but I'm ready to listen to, but I don't want to waste time at the same time. Okay.
I'll just ask. I mean,
Okay, ask them
something
question.
relevant or maybe something that can be, I have a personal one-on-one session with you, then it's fine. It's about the case of the Pharaoh during the Moses time.
Who's Pharaoh?
The Pharaoh, the dictator, so-called.
Where is it? Where does he live? In New York, Washington, or where?
The Pharaoh of Egypt during Moses' time.
Moses? Who's Moses?
Then I think I'll just listen.
Yeah, have you seen Moses? Yeah, have you seen Pharaoh?
According to the Qur'an, he is.
But according to Quran, it's Quran. What is Quran? How do you know? This is a text. Doesn't work, brother. Doesn't work. In this class, doesn't work, this mentality. I'm not joking. I'm very serious. You have to come to the class for 2 years at least, and then get used to the methodology, how to certify the belief that you claim to have. Yeah, I know you claim to have the belief. You believe in Pharaoh. You believe in Moses. You believe the time of Pharaoh and Moses, but you have nothing to do with them. You learned, you heard. It's not belief. Hearing is not belief. It needs investigation. Sorry?
Then how does one believe?
So you have to train, man. You are the first class in the preschool. As far as the religion is concerned, you are the first time you are coming to this class as a preschool, not the school even, preschool, 3 years old. Yeah, how can you learn? You have to. What is your profession?
Biology.
Biology?
Yes.
Are you? Have you got the degree and graduated? Are
I'm
you?
doing a graduate degree right now.
You are a biologist, biolog, or what you said is correct? Biologist. Yeah. How many years have you studied to become a biologist?
4.
What?
4.
4? Just 4? If you had not gone to the preschool and then primary school and then secondary school and then high school, could you go to the college to study biology?
Well, if you go
Now, altogether, you have studied 20 years to become a biologist, and you cannot get a job. even they say, no, you have to do master. Yeah, you have to master in the subject in another 2 or 3 years. It's not difficult, but do you think to study biology is difficult? No, you have to go stages. When it comes to belief matter, why do we become a biologist, a believer in one day? Without reading even a serious book. Thinking. Doing any preparations. What does it mean? Okay. Yeah, what does it mean? It means religion is a layman's profession. To become a biologist is the most serious matter. Yeah, I'm not talking about lawyers, a biologist. Don't do that. So, biology. Now, do you think to become a biologist and get a job for 20, 30 years, if God lets you live in this world, and then retire and die, you spend 20 years. Now, for your eternal life, eternal, not 30 years, eternal life, to receive the God's mercy at the highest level in paradise, you spend 2 days. Do you think it is justice to do? It is right? So we have to develop step, but it's not difficult, but we have to follow the steps. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I may cause a disappointment in you, and I'm not accusing you, huh? I am just making the methodological difference between what we do in this class and what you hear somewhere else. So don't bring baggages. Carry the knowledge of others on your back, not in your mind and not in your heart, and come to this class. They say time at a person existed who's called Pharaoh. They say, I have no idea. No, the Quran cannot be read in this way. So we have to train ourselves to how to read the Quran in a way that I really related to myself. How? That's why we said when the records are displayed, what we studied today, the second part of the records. The first part last week we studied. That was something else. Now the second part of the word records, related to my own records, and I am expected to display the records now. Now.
I feel like also like God helps you despite them when you go through like trials and tribulations. I feel like for you to reach that potential that you have.
Now your creator, don't say God, then I get nervous. Your creator has prepared you, if you are aware that you are made, to grow gradually.
Right.
Now, to grow gradually. So you have to learn gradually, everything gradually. When it comes to religion, when it comes to matters related to belief, why don't we follow gradually? We just said that I'm a Muslim. I was born in a Muslim community.
I also feel like, for example, for us to display that potential trait that we can have.
That is how I am.
I feel like God sometimes, like, we have our own set of trials, right? Like, for example, hardships that we go through.
No, not the trials. Means of training, opportunity.
That comes from God, though, right?
Just a minute. I don't know where it comes from. Do you feel the opportunity given to you? Do you experience it? Yeah. That is how you are expected to utilize it and understand that it is purposefully done. Now, do you become a lawyer in one day? Do you become a lawyer by hearing some court cases? You have to educate yourself. That's how you are made. So when it comes to belief matters, you have to educate yourself. That's how you are made. But why are we cheap when it comes to religion and very generous when it comes to the profession? You and your father who pays, I don't know, paid you, maybe student loan, I don't care, for your education, for 20 years to become a lawyer, never thought that, for 20 years, come on, man.
That was my question. I mean, like the hardships, right, that we go through in life.
Not the hardship. What is hardship? There is no hardship. Look at these questions are really, without thinking, copy-paste questions from the hearings outside, not in this class, never. There is no hardship in life. There is training, opportunity to train yourself. Everything is easy. We need to use our human qualities and question what's happening here. Well, let's say I am under the roof has, well, God forbid, the roof has fallen on me. What's time? And we have not much time. Roof and fall. I'm on the crying, okay? Hurting very much. What we have to do? Why is it happening like this? What does it mean for me? What does it mean for me? It is a way of training, right? It's a way of training. So I don't believe in trial at all. Every trial that the word test, that the Baliya, which is called in the Quranic language, I say opportunity. Do you think the teacher gives you a test? It is a hardship, or just to give you the opportunity to become aware what you have learned, what you have not learned? Which one?
Both.
Not both.
Both, right?
Now, if you see the exam, you are taking is a hardship, the teacher is enemy of you, giving you a hardship to torture you, you are not a student. You don't know what you are taking. You have to see the test as a means of checking yourself, what you have learned, what you have not learned, what you need to learn later. Yeah, it means that a student. Otherwise, you think that the teacher who has taught you for 4 months, for a semester, let's say, and at the end you have the final test, and this teacher who has been good to you, useful to you, became a monster to give you hardship. Does it make sense? There is no hardship in the world, in the creation. Think about it. Everything is a means of training. Got it?
Yeah, that was really helpful.
Think about it. So we have to stop in 3 minutes. Don't worry about the prayer. I am also going to pray. Don't worry. So this is what. Okay. This Imam matters are more important than praying is important, but not. But we can pray in half an hour. Not half an hour later than the time starts, not now. It's 3 minutes. I would like to cover this one because it is already discussed. It is the meaning of the verse, already included in today's discussion. This 11, verse 11, when the heavens are unveiled. Do you understand the heavens being unveiled and records are being displayed are the same thing? Heavens are unveiled with the Sama'u Kushidat, unveiled, opened up. What is opened up? When the heavens are unveiled, their reality. That's what I wanted to combine this verse with the discussion we had today. What is my records? My reality. What is the reality of the universe? Is the same thing. The qualities of the creator of the universe, 7 heavens, not 7 heavens, and the qualities manifested in me, the same thing. So when the records are displayed, means when the heavens are unveiled. It means displayed. Unveiled means displayed, become apparent. But my last question is for 2 minutes. What is the heaven, or what does the heaven in the verse represent? Heaven. Heaven.
Reality. My reality.
Proof.
Now, heaven represents the top of, the ultimate top of the things, whatever, heaven. Yeah, the heaven of it. In the Quranic language, if you are careful, the heaven means what the meaning included in the things point to the heaven of it. The real reality of it, the heaven of it. It means the top purpose of it. It means the meaning that the material objects transferred to me. Right? When the heavens are unveiled, when I realize the meanings included in the existence of every single being, I reach the heaven. It means ultimate purpose. Ultimate purpose of its existence. I know it needs more time, but you may not understand that the Quranic word, heaven, heaven, I also refer it very quickly. Why do you think the ascension of the Prophet took place, as it is narrated, in the heavens?
Was able to reach
The meanings, ultimate meanings that the objects, created objects, refer to. That is going ascension. It means the spirit is really getting out of its body and going into the meaning of creation. That is ascension. Huh? So let's stop here. The time is up. I know we have to spend some more time about this concept of heaven, a sama, and the earth and the sama. Now, the relationship between earth and sama on your being and the potentialities that you have. And this is the pitch. This is the earth in this symbolic teachings of the Quran. What is the heaven of this pitch? The qualities it transfers to me. The heaven, the top, the ultimate purpose of its existence, the top, what is referred to. So the heaven, the sama, in the Quran, Quranic language, refers to the ultimate meaning in the existence of the things when they are unveiled. When you realize, when you unveil your qualities, your potentialities, and you become aware of the qualities, the tools given to you to detect the qualities. When you really detect it, what you do, as soon as they ask you, what is this? What you say? This is mercy. This is compassion. This is favor for me. This is just manifesting the qualities of its creator to introduce its creator to me. But humanity is speaking now. When you say it's a peach and it is expensive, or it is very cheap. No, I just bought it, or a friend gave it to me. I'm going to eat it. What does it mean? No heaven. You eat the flesh, but your spirit never eats, benefits from the qualities manifested in it. And the heaven, there is no heaven in this attitude. In the second attitude, there is no heaven. You are only communicating with the earth. Yeah? So it is not disclosed, it is not unveiled for you right now. Don't wait until you die and after you are resurrected or something. No, you have to discover the heaven of the pitch. We have to discover the heaven of the pitch because in our records, we have the tools to discover it. We have to use it right now. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم إن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة. Thank you. Inshallah, see you next Thursday or Saturday if you are able to come to the address. Okay. Yeah, inshallah.